To start this unit, we're going to talk about how we categorize minerals. The first general categorization we have for the minerals in the soil is, are they primary or are they secondary? If we look at the basic meaning of those terms primary and secondary, one should not assume that primary are more important than the secondary. Rather, the meaning of primary in this case could be thought of as being original. That is to say that the primary minerals are the original minerals that were formed at the time the rock and or mineral matter in the soil was developing. Secondary minerals, the second major type or group, are those that are formed as a result of the weathering and breakdown of the primary minerals and then the reformation of portions of those primary minerals back into yet another type of mineral. So in this case, primary means original, and secondary is referring to those minerals that have formed as a result of the breakdown of the primary and then, of course, portions of those being used to reform another type of mineral, which in this case we refer to as secondary. Characteristics of the primary minerals. Primary minerals are the most abundant type of minerals that occur in the rock type of material in the soil. A general term that is used to describe these or define these are called silicate minerals. And the term silicate comes from the fact that these minerals have a very high content of silicon as a major cation. In addition to silicon, they also contain high amounts of oxygen, which is typical of most of the mineral structures in the soil. So therefore, the term silicate minerals is simply referring to those which contain high amounts of silicon and oxygen. These primary minerals can be broken into three major groups. The first group of primary minerals is called quartz. Well, quartz is the most basic of the primary minerals in that it has only silicon and oxygen. It does not have inclusion of other types of cations in this structure, which causes quartz to be extremely stable. In other words, if we have a high content of quartz as a type of mineral in the soil, we expect those types of minerals to be very resistant to weathering and breakdown as soils are developing. The second type or major group of primary minerals are called the aluminosilicates. Well, the term alumino comes from, of course, the cation aluminum. So these types of primary minerals have appreciable amounts of aluminum in addition to silicon and oxygen. Examples of a couple of subgroups within this aluminosilicate type of mineral would be the feldspars and muscovite mica. These first two types that I've mentioned, the quartz and the aluminosilicates, are the major type of primary mineral found in granite types of rock formations. The third and final group of primary minerals, major category, are called the ferromagnesium minerals. Well, the term ferro or ferrous comes from the element iron. And of course, magnesium comes from the element magnesium. So we can infer from the name of this group of minerals, ferromagnesium, that in addition to appreciable amounts of silicon, oxygen, and aluminum, these types of minerals will also contain substantial amounts of iron and magnesium. Some examples of ferromagnesium minerals include olivine, augite, hornblende, and biotite mica. These minerals are defined or described for you in your reading assignment. The ferromagnesium minerals are somewhat darker in color and finer in texture than would be the previous two groups, and they are the predominant type that are found in basalt types of rock formations.